Hello student, I am Nishita. In this video, we are going to discuss important question for TNPSC Assistant Engineer Civil Exam. You can access class PDF from YouTube class notes section on our application. So, if you are preparing for TNPSC Assistant Engineer Civil Exam, you can enroll in our course cover, ebook, question bank, mock test series and test pass feature. Link of our course is provided in description.
Sand is classified as coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, cementitious material, binder. So the correct answer is sand is classified as fine aggregate. Sand is a fine aggregate that passes through a 4.75 mm sieve ISA when retained on 75 micron sieve. There are two types of aggregates, fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. And in sieving, when it passed from 4.75 mm sieve, it's called fine aggregate. And if retained on 4.75 mm sieve, it is called coarse aggregate. So as sand passed from this 4.75 mm sieve, so it's called fine aggregate. The main function of sand in concrete is increase setting time, fill voids and provide bulk, act as binder, reduce strength. So the correct answer is fill voids and provide bulk. Sand fill the space between coarse aggregate and making the concrete dense and economical. Sand coarse aggregate for fill void. Workability improve, shrinkage and cracking decreased, help to increase the strength and durability, and also manage the ecological balance. So what are the requirements for this good sand? Clean, organic, well graded, silt content limited, durable, hard particles. According to IS specification, sand is classified into how many zones? 2 zones, 3 zones, 4 zones, 5 zones. So the correct answer is 4 zones. IS 383 classifies the fine aggregate into zone 1, 2, 3 and 4 based on grading. Zone 1 is called coarse aggregate. Zone 2 is medium sand, mostly commonly used for concrete. Zone 3 fine sand. Zone 4 very fine sand. So zone 1 and 2 preferred for RCC and structural concrete. Zone 3 can be used for plastering and concrete work. Zone 4 is not suitable for RCC because it increases water content and shrinkage. What is zone 4? It's very fine sand. It can't be used in RCC because of increased water content. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4. Zone 1 coarse, medium sand, very fine sand and fine sand. Which zone contain the coarsest sand? Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. So as we discussed, the zone which contain the coarsest sand is Zone 1. It is used for RCC and structural concrete, and the gradation is basis on which these are divided. According to IS 383, Zone 1 is the sand is the coarsest grading among all 4 zones. Which zone contain the finest sand? So the very finest sand is contained by 4th zone. 4th zone sand has highest percentage of fine particles, and this is not suitable RCC because of increased water demand and shrinkage. This is used in not suitable for RCC work. Used in plastering and other concrete work, this sand can be used. Which sand of the zone sand is generally preferred? So the correct answer is zone 2 is generally preferred because of good workability, strength and economical cement consumption. Mostly preferred zone 2. Finest zone 4. Coarsest zone 1. The bulking of sand is caused by cement content, moisture content, clay content, silt content. So the bulking of sand is caused by moisture content. A thin film of water around sand particle cause an increase in volume known as bulking. What is bulking? Bulking of sand is the increase of volume of sand due to presence of moisture around sand particle. It causes thin film of water form around sand particle, pushing them apart and increasing the apparent volume. Bulking is maximum in fine sand. It generally occurs at 4 to 6% moisture content. At higher moisture content, bulking decreases because water fill the voids. And which IS code is used to measure this bulking? IS 2386 part 3. 2386 part 3. Maximum bulking generally occur moisture content is 4 to 6, 1 to 2, 15 to 20, 25 to 30. So as we discussed, the maximum bulking generally occur at moisture content of 4 to 6 percentage. At higher moisture content, bulking decrease because water fill the voids. Bulking is usually maximum at 4 to 6 moisture content. Bulking is more pronounced in coarse sand, fine sand, gravel sand, crust stone. The correct answer is fine sand. Fine sand has larger surface area and exhibit greater bulking. Bulking of sand is the increase in the volume of sand due to moisture content. And in fine sand, the area is larger, so they exhibit greater bulking. This happens because the fine particle has largest surface area, so thin moisture film pushes the particle farther. Maximum bulking of fine sand can reach up to 30 to 40% at around 4 to 6% moisture content. As more water is added, the bulking decreases and eventually disappears when the sand becomes fully saturated. When sand becomes fully saturated, the bulking may eventually disappear. And this is discussed in IS 2386 part 3. 2386 part 3. Which test is used to determine bulking of sand? Sieve analysis, bulking, compression, soundness. Bulking test. Bulking test. This test determines the percentage of increase in sand volume due to moisture. And how this test is performed? Let's discuss about it. Firstly, this IS code is a 2386 part 3. We have to use measuring cylinder, water and steel rod. Firstly, we have to fill the measuring cylinder with moist sand up to height H1. Then record the height of sand column. Add water to the cylinder until the sand is fully submerged. Stir through it and remove air. Now note the reduced height H2 and the percentage of bulking is calculated by H1 minus H2 upon H2 into 100. If H1 is greater than H2, bulking is present. The impurity most harmful in sand is silica, clay, quartz, feldspar. So the impurity mostly harmful in sand is clay. Clay reduces bond strength between cement paste and aggregate. This clay help reduce the delay in setting time, reduce bond strength, decrease strength and durability. And organic impurities are most harmful because they interface with cement hydration and reduce the strength and durability of concrete. The permissible silt content in sand for concrete should generally not exceed 2%, 8%, 50%, or 20%. So the correct answer is 8%. Excessive silt reduces concrete strength and durability. So it should not exceed 8%. Which sand is preferred for RCC work? Desert sand, sea sand, river sand, pit sand. So the correct answer for this is sand, which is preferred for RCC work, is river sand. River sand is clean, naturally graded, and free from salt, so it is used for RCC work. In zone 1, zone 2 sand is generally preferred for RCC work because it is well graded, provide good workability, require less water and cement, produce higher strength concrete. It is given in IS 383 code. Sea sand is generally not used because it contains clay, silica, salt, lime. So the correct answer is salt. Salt causes corrosion of reinforcement and effluence. Sea sand is generally not an RCC because it contains salt, especially chloride and sulfate. Problem caused by sea sand: corrosion of steel reinforcement due to chloride, effluence on concrete surface, reduced durability of concrete, sulfate can react with cement and cause deterioration. So that's why that is not used. Why is sea sand not preferred for RCC? Because of salt presence. Moving to our next question, manufactured sand is commonly known as river sand, pit sand, M sand, dew sand. And what is manufactured sand? So the correct answer is M sand. M sand is produced by crushing hard stone and is widely used for substitute of river sand. Manufactured sand is an artificial sand produced by crushing hard stones, rocks, or granite into fine particles. Advantage is uniform grading, less impurities, good strength and durability, eco-friendly alternative to river sand, suitable for RCC and concrete work. And what are they used? RCC work, concrete production, masonry work, plastering, and IS code is used 383. M sand is crushed stone sand produced in quarry. It is well graded fine aggregate used in replacement for river sand in concrete and RCC work. As the extracting more river work can be also cause nature depression. Specific gravity of sand generally ranges from 1 to 1.5, 2.5 to 2.8, 3.5 to 4, 4.5 to 5. So the correct answer is specific gravity generally ranges from 2.5 to 2.8. Natural sand has typical specific gravity around 2.65. Specific gravity is the ratio of weight of sand to the weight of equal volume of water. Specific gravity for natural sand is 2.60, 2.70. It is given in IS 2386 part 3. The specific gravity of sand generally ranges from 2.60 to 2.7 and most calculation used is 2.65. Sand passing through which sieve is called fine aggregate. 10, 20, 4.75, 40. So the correct answer is 4.75. 4 points fine aggregate passes through 4.75 mm sieve. Sieve analysis is test used to determine the particle size distribution grading of fine aggregate to classify into zone 1, 2, 3 and 4 to ensure suitability for concrete or RCC work. Standard IS sieve is used, weighing balance is used, sieve shaker is used. Take a dry sample of sand, weigh the sample, place it on standard sieve, shake the sieve, measure the weight, calculate the percentage retained and percentage passing. From IS code 2386 part 1 it is used. 2386 part 1. Which sand has angular grains? River sand, sea sand, pit sand, desert sand. So correct answer is pit sand. Pit sands are angular and provide better interlocking. Angular grains are sand particles which have sharp edges and corners. As angular sand can be defined as edges and corners are sharp, so the pit sand can be considered in this because it has angular and provide better interlocking. Rounded sand particles are commonly found in pit sand, crushed sand, river sand, quarry dust. So the correct answer is river sand. River sand and sea sand. Due to the continuous action of flowing water and waves, the edges of particles become smooth and rounded. Characteristics of rounded sand is better workability, less water requirement, less interlocking compared to angular particle, lower strength than angular sand in some cases. The strength is lower than angular sand in some cases. Rounded particle sands are commonly found in river sand and sea sand because the water action smoothens the particle edges over time. Color test for sand is used to detect moisture content, organic impurities, specific gravity, fineness module. So the modulus. So correct answer is organic impurities. In from IS code 2386 part 2. Dark colored solution indicate the presence of organic matter and light yellow or colorless solution sand is acceptable. How it is performed: take a sand in a glass bottle, add 3% of sodium hydroxide NaOH solution, shake thoroughly and allow it to stand for 24 hours. Compare the color of liquid above the sand with a standard color solution. Fineness modulus of sand indicates shape of particle, size distribution of particle, strength of sand, moisture content. Fineness modulus indicates the average particle size of coarse fine aggregate. Higher fineness module, aggregate is coarser. Lower fineness module, aggregate is finer. So the correct answer is size distribution of particle. Fineness module is an index number representing the average particle size and grading of sand. What is the formula? Summation of cumulative percentage retained upon 100. Fineness aggregate, fine aggregate, typical volume is 2.2 to 3.2. Fineness module is 2.2 to 3.2. Which of the following sand is most suitable for RCC work? Sea sand, river sand, desert sand, silty sand. The correct answer is river sand. River sand is clean, well graded, and free from harmful salt, making it suitable for RCC work. As the river obtained sand is free from organic impurities, clean, well graded. The main constituent of good sand is alumina, silica, lime, magnesia. So the correct answer is silica. Good quality of sand mainly consists of silica, which provides strength and durability. Silica is main constituent of good sand. Typical composition of good sand is silica 80 to 90%, alumina, iron oxide small amount, lime other impurities very small amount. Silica provides strength and hardness, makes sand durable, resistant to weathering, suitable for concrete and mortar work. Silica makes it suitable for concrete and mortar work. What is the main constituent of good sand? The correct answer is silica, SiO2. Excess moisture in sand leads to reduced volume of sand, bulking of sand, increased density only, no effect. So the correct answer is bulking of sand. Moisture form a film around particle increasing the apparent volume, whereas on increasing this moisture in sand leads to the bulking of sand. Sand should not be exposed to the moisture content area, thus bulking can be obtained. And from IS code 2386 part 3, the calculation of bulking percentage can be measured as we discussed earlier. Which zone of sand is considered coarsest according to IS 383? So the correct answer is zone 1. This question is repeated question. Zone 1 is the coarsest and zone 4 is the finest. Zone 1 coarsest one is used for the RCC work as it provides good strength bonding, and zone 4 could not be used RCC work because it's the finer and water demand is more considered to above all three. Zone 1 represents the coarsest sand while zone 4 represents very fine sand. Very fine sand belong to zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4. So the correct answer is very fine sand belong to zone 4, finest grading category. The bulk density of sand is generally expressed in Newton per mm square, kg per meter cube, MPa kilonewton per meter square. So correct answer is kg per meter cube. Bulk density is the mass of sand per unit volume. Bulk density is the mass of sand per unit volume including the voids between particles. So bulk density is the ratio of mass of sand upon total volume occupied. Sand fine aggregate typical volume is 1450 to about 1700 kg per meter cube. Depend on grading. IS code is used in this is IS 2386 part 3. 2386 part 3. Which test is used to determine the size part distribution of sand? Compression, sieve, abrasion, impact. So the correct answer is sieve analysis. Sieve analysis helps in determining grading and fineness module. In this, particle size its distribution is considered and the difference between the fine and coarse sand also done with the help of sieve analysis. If it's passing from 4.75 mm sieve, it's called fine aggregate, and if retained on 4.75 mm sieve, it is called coarse aggregate. Finest module of fine aggregate generally varies from zero point 0.5 to 1, 2 to 3.5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9. So the correct answer is 2 to 3.5. Fine aggregate usually have finest modules between 2 to 3.5. The standard sieve size used to separate fine and coarse aggregate is 10 mm, 20 mm, 4.75 mm, 75 mm. So the correct answer is 4.75 mm. Aggregate passing through 4.75 mm sieve are classified as fine aggregate, and aggregate retained on 4.75 mm sieve are classified as coarse aggregate. In sieve analysis, we have used using different sieve number. And what are the sieve arrangement for this is called 4.75 mm, 2.36 mm, 1.18 mm, 600 microns, 300 microns, 150 microns, then pan. Sieves are arranged in descending order. Which impurities cause staining and discoloration in concrete? Quartz, organic matter, silica, feldspar. So correct answer is organic matter. Organic matter adversely affect concrete and appearance strength. Discoloration occurs due to the presence of organic matter such as humus, decayed vegetation, organic matter. Discoloration occurs because organic impurities react with sodium hydroxide solution, producing a darker color. The darker the color, the higher the organic contamination in the sand. Sand is used in concrete primarily to increase cement content, fill voids between coarse aggregates, increase water demand, reduce durability. So the correct answer is fill voids between coarse aggregate. Sand fill voids and improve density of concrete. Coarse aggregate create empty spaces void. Sand fine aggregates fill these spaces. This makes the concrete denser, stronger and more workable. It also reduces the amount of cement paste required. Sand acts as fine aggregate and fill the voids between coarse particles, improving the density, workability and strength of concrete. Desert sand is generally unsuitable for construction because it contains too much gravel, particles are too much smooth, contain excess cement, is too coarse. So the correct answer is particles are too smooth and fine. Rounded particles reduce bonding with cement paste. Dense sand is generally not preferred because its particles are very fine, very smooth due to wind erosion. Reason: very fine particle that leads to poor grading, smooth and rounded particle, less interlocking, higher water requirement is there, lower bond with cement weight, can reduce concrete strength if used without proper processing. the following is artificial sand? River sand, pit sand, M sand, T sand. So the correct answer is M sand. Manufactured sand is produced by crushing rocks. So it is considered an artificial sand. Let's more discuss about this M sand. M sand is artificial sand, good grading and uniform quality, higher strength due to angular particles, less silt and organic impurities, eco-friendly alternative to river sand, suitable for RCC and concrete work. The bulking of sand should be considered while batching by volume, batching by weight, curing concrete compaction. So bulking of sand should be considered while batching by volume. Bulking affects volume measurement and may lead to incorrect mix proportion, as this bulking makes the increase or decrease in the volume of sand, usually increase. So this may lead to incorrect mix proportion. So the batching by volume should be considered. Presence of mica in sand cause increase in bond strength, reduction in concrete strength, increase in workability only, increase in durability only. So the correct answer is reduction in concrete strength. Mica particle reducing bonding cement, paste and aggregate. Mica in sand is considered harmful impurities. Reduce bond between cement paste and aggregate, decrease concrete strength, increase water demand, reduce durability of concrete, may cause segregation and poor surface finish. Mica is harmful because it reduces the bond between cement and aggregate, increasing water requirement and lower the strength and durability. The shape of sand particle is preferred by concrete is flaky, elongated, angular needle. The correct answer is angular. Angular particles provide better interlocking and bond strength. Angular particle or aggregate of sand particle have sharp edges and corner, better interlocking, high bond with cement paste, high strength in concrete. M sand are mostly angular. Crushed stone aggregate is also angular. Angular particles with sharp edges and corners provide better interlocking, higher strength in concrete compared to rounded particles. Sand free from clay and organic matter is called clean sand, soft sand, fine sand, silty sand. So the correct answer is clean sand. Clean sand improves strength and durability of concrete. Mostly in RCC work or other construction work, we prefer clean sand because it is free from impurities and provide better strength and durability to the concrete work. So let's make it our first priority to use clean sand only. Which of the following sand has highest salt content? River sand, pit sand, M sand, sea sand. So the correct answer is sea sand. Sea sand contains chloride and sulfate that are harmful for reinforced work. High salt content in sand is harmful for concrete, especially RCC, as it causes corrosion of reinforcement steel, lead to the interference, white salt deposit on surface, reduce durability of concrete, sulfate may attack cement paste and cause deterioration. What are the common source? That is common source is mentioned sea sand. Void present in sand are generally 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 25 to 40, 60 to 80. The correct answer is 25 to 40. Fine aggregate generally contain 25 to 40 void depending on grading. For well graded sand, the void content is usually around 30 to 35%. Voids in sand generally ranges for 25 to 44 of total volume depending on particle size, shape and grading. And well graded is 30 to 35. General. Fine aggregate 25 to 40. Which property of sand affect water demand in concrete? Color, grading, order, taste. Grading. Poorly graded sand increase water requirement and reduce workability. Particle shapes and grading of sand mainly affect the water demands of concrete. Finer sand, higher water demand. Angular sand, higher water demand. Rounded and well graded sand, lower water demand. This is because increase in surface area. According to IS 383, fine aggregate should pass through 20 mmC, 10 mmC, 4.7, 3.26. So the correct answer is 4.75 mmC and retained on this is called coarse aggregate. Bulking of sand is maximum in dry condition, saturated condition, moist condition, over dry condition. So correct answer is moist condition. As moisture is in there, due to this moisture content, bulking of sand is increased. The most economical source of sand, natural sand in India is sea sand, river sand, desert sand, volcanic sand. So the correct answer is river sand. River sand is a natural fine aggregate obtained from riverbed and riverbank. Clean and durable, rounded and smooth particle, good workability in concrete, commonly used in concrete, mortar and plastering. Easy to mix and place, require less water than angular sand, suitable for most construction work. Excess mining can cause environmental damage. Quality may vary depending on the source. River sand is a natural occurring fine aggregate collected from riverbed. It consists of rounded particles and is widely used in concrete, mortar, and plastering work due to its good workability condition. Which test is conducted in field to estimate silt content in sand? So the correct answer is jar test. Jar test determines the silt content in test. What is the procedure? Fill a transparent jar with a sand of 200 ml. Add water and little salt solution. Shake the jar thoroughly. Keep it undisturbed for about 3 hours. Sand settle at the bottom and silt form a layer above it. Measure the thickness of silt layer and sand layer. And silt content is measured height of silt layer upon height of sand layer into 100. For concrete work, silt content is generally kept within permissible limit, commonly not more about 8% in field practices. So it should not be more than 8%. Excessive silt in sand cause higher concrete strength, better bonding, lower concrete strength, faster setting. So the correct answer is lower concrete strength. Excessive silt is harmful for concrete and mortar. Reduce bond between cement paste and aggregate. Increase water demand. Lower concrete strength. Increase shrinkage and cracking. Reduce durability. Make concrete less dense. This silt is impurities present in sand. It should not be more than 8%. M sand is mostly used as replacement for cement, river sand, coarse aggregate, water. So the correct answer is river sand. M sand is produced by crushing hard rock and widely used as substitute for natural sand in RCC work, concrete production, masonry work, plastering with suitable grading. M sand is used in replacement for natural sand as fine aggregate in concrete and mortar work. Fine aggregate improve workability of concrete, corrosion of steel, shrinkage, cracks, segregation only. So the correct answer is workability of concrete. It also fill void between coarse aggregate, improve density of concrete, reduce segregation, helps achieve a smoother finish, contribute to strength and durability. Fine aggregate improve workability and cohesiveness of concrete by filling the void between coarse aggregate particles. Pure silica sand contains mainly silicon dioxide. The color of pure silica is white. Characteristics: very hard and durable, chemically inert, white or nearly colorless also. Used in glass manufacturing, foundry work and special concrete application. This pure silica is used in glass manufacturing, foundry work and special concrete application. Sand particles retained on 4.7 mm sieve are classified as fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, cement or filler. So the correct answer is retained on 4.75 mm sieve is called coarse aggregate and passing from this 4.75 mm sieve is called fine aggregate. Which IS code for sand is most important? IS 456 2000, IS 800 2007, IS 383 2016, IS 875 1897. The correct answer is IS 383 2016 is the primary code covering specification for fine sand, coarse aggregate used in concrete. And this IS 456 2000 is used in RCC work. Mostly asked question is which sand is RCC work IS 4, then the correct answer is IS 456 2000. IS 800 2007. IS 800 2007 is general construction is steel code. This is steel code IS code. And then IS 387, sorry, uh, 875 191987. This IS 875 1987 is a design load that have five parts. First part dead load, second part imposed load or live load, third part wind load, fourth part snow load, and fifth part spatial load and load combination. Which zone sand is mostly commonly used for reinforced concrete work? Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4. So the correct answer is Zone 1. Zone 1 is highly graded, coarser from all comparison, so it can be used for RCC work. Zone 4 is not suitable for work because it is very fine sand. Okay. And for as we are talking about economical, for the economical condition zone 2 we are mostly using zone 2 sand is considered ideal for RCC work because it is balanced grading. Zone 2 is most economic, and we are using mostly that zone 2 is considered for this. The harmful material that delay the setting of cement in concrete is silica, quartz, organic impurities, fluorspar. So the correct answer is delay in setting of concrete is organic impurity. Organic matter interferes with cement hydration and delay setting. Which of the following is not a natural source of sand? River sand, pit sand, sea sand, M sand. The correct answer is M sand. M sand is artificial sand. It's used as replacement of river sand. It is manufactured by crushing hard rocks. As the crushing of hard rocks is done to obtain this sand, it is not used considered in source of natural sand. The main purpose of grading of sand is to increase cement consumption, reduce workability, minimize void, increase shrinkage. So correct answer is minimize void. Well graded sand reduce voids and improve concrete density. To obtain dense aggregate mass with minimum voids. Better benefits of proper grading: reduce voids between particles, improve workability of concrete, reduce cement and water requirement, increase strength and durability, minimize segregation and bleeding. The segregation and bleeding is also minimized with the help of this. What is bleeding? What is bleeding? Okay, so let's discuss. Bleeding is a phenomena in which water rises at the surface of freshly prepared concrete due to the settlement of heavier particles. Excess water is their reason, poor grading is done, lower cement content or over vibration. These are the reasons due to this bleeding occur. For this prevention, use proper water cement ratio, use well graded aggregate, increase fine cement content, and proper compaction is required for this. Fine aggregate occupies what percentage of concrete volume? 10 to 15, 25, 20 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 40. So the correct answer is fine aggregate generally occupy about 35 to 45 of total concrete volume. Fine aggregate generally occupy 25 to 30 of total concrete volume and 30 to 30. Okay, so the correct answer is 20 to 25 to 35. This by mistake done 25 to 35. Or in normal concrete mix, fine aggregate typical normal concrete mix 30 to 35. And for this question, it's 25 to 30. Which property of sand is determined by sieve analysis? Specific gravity, water absorption, grading, moisture content. So the correct answer is grading. Sieve analysis determines the particle size distribution and grading. And this grading is done as it's passing from sieve 4.75, it's considered a fine aggregate, and if retained on sieve 4.75 it's called coarse aggregate. Bulking of sand becomes negligible when sand is moist, damp, fully saturated, partial wet. The correct answer is fully saturated. In saturated condition, water fills the void and bulking disappears. The standard size of sieve used for determining silt content is 10 mm, 4.75 mm, 600 micro, and 75 micro. So the correct answer is 75 micron. Material passing the 75 micron Cs are generally considered silt and clay size particles. Silt contains percentage of very fine particles present in sand, very fine particle. Excess silt reduce bond between cement and aggregate, increase water demand, lower water, lower concrete strength and durability. For sand, not more than 8% wall this is used, silt content is considered good. And for generally jar test is preferred for it. It's given in IS 2386 part 2. Which of the following properties is improved by well graded sand? Segregation, durability and strength, bleeding, shrinkage, cracks. So the correct answer for this is which properties improved by well graded sand is durability and strength. Well graded sand reduces void, resulting in stronger and more durable concrete. As concrete is more durable, so its strength and durability is good and considered in well graded sand. Mostly for concrete work, we are using well graded sand. According to IS 383, sand is classified as fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, binder, and mixture. So the correct answer is fine aggregate. Sand passing through the sea 4.75 mm and retained on 75 micron sieve is classified as fine aggregate under IS 383 2016. And if it retained on 4.75 mm sieve, it is considered coarse aggregate. And if the content passing from the 75 micron are considered as silt content. The silt content are not more than 8% suitable for sand. So let's discuss about important IS code for the sand. First one is IS 383. In this grading is given. Then IS 2386 part 1 sieve analysis is given. 2386 part 2 organic impurities test is given. 2386 part 3 Specific gravity, water absorption, bulk density, bulking of sand test is given. Let's make it quick revision. IGRA 383 grading is given. 2386 part 1 sieve analysis. 2386 part 2 organic impurities and silt content. 2386 part 3 specific gravity, bulk density and bulking. And 2386 part 4 mechanical properties given. 2386 part 5 soundness test is given. IS 456 is for concrete and aggregate. IS 1026 is for concrete mix design. IS 1199 is workability test and fresh concrete testing. IS 516 is for compressive, flexural and tensile strength. The most important one is IS 383 grading.
If you are preparing for TNPSC Assistant Engineer Civil Exam, you can enroll in our course cover, ebook, question bank, mock test series and test pass feature. Link of our course is provided in description.
Which of the following is an igneous rock? Marble, granite, slate, quartz. So the correct answer is granite. Granite is formed by cooling and solidification of magma and is an igneous rock. So let's talk about what is igneous rock. Igneous rock is a type of rock that forms when molten rock, magma or lava cool and solidifies. Igneous rocks are two types, intrusive and extrusive. Intrusive igneous rock form when magma cools slowly beneath Earth's surface, and extrusive when formed when lava cools quickly on Earth's surface, have a small crystal or glassy texture. For this extrusive is example basalt and for intrusive granite. So this granite is intrusive igneous rock. Which stone is most commonly used for road metal? Answer is marble, basalt, limestone, sandstone. Correct answer is basalt. Basalt is hard, tough and resistant to wear, making it suitable for road construction. Basalt is fine-grained extrusive igneous rock formed by the rapid cooling of lava at Earth's surface. Its color is dark gray to black, rich in iron and magnesium. Texture is fine-grained, strength hard and durable, and occurrence in India and formed in Deccan Trap mainly composed of basalt. It is an extrusive igneous rock, and in India it's formed in Deccan Trap. It also uses railway blast, concrete aggregate, and building stone too. Marble is a dash rock, igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic, organic. The correct answer is metamorphic. Metamorphic marble is formed from limestone under heat and pressure. Metamorphic rocks are formed when existing rock, igneous, sedimentary or older metamorphic rocks are changed by heat, pressure and chemically active fluid without melting. Its characteristics are hard and compact, often show foliation, more resistant to weathering than the original rock. For this example are marble, slate, gneiss, quartz. What is marble is formed from which rock? Marble is formed from limestone. Marble is formed from limestone. Slate is formed from shale. And marble is also used for flooring and statues. Most commonly it is used for flooring and statues. Which property indicate stone resistance to wear? Hardness, toughness, porosity, specific gravity. So the correct answer is hardness. Hardness is the ability of a stone to resist abrasion and scratching. Hardness is the ability of a stone to resist scratching, abrasion, wear and impact. It important It importance indicates resistance to wear and tear, importance for road, pavement, floor and railways. Test for hardness is Dory abrasion test. Dory abrasion test is used to for this hardness. Hard building stone example name are granite and basalt. Granite and basalt are hardness building stone. The crushing strength of a good building stone should be at least 10 MPa, 50 MPa, 100 MPa, 20 to 100 MPa. So the correct answer is 100 MPa. Good building stones generally possesses crushing strength greater than 100 MPa. Crushing stone strength is maximum load per unit area that stone can withstand before failure in compression. The formula is where compressive strength is equal to load upon area. Indicate the load carrying capacity of a stone essential for foundation, column, bridges and masonry structure. Test used for this is compression testing machine. And a good stone it's 100 MPa. For granite it's about 100 to 250 MPa, and for basalt it's about 150 to 300 MPa. Which test is used to determine the hardness of stone? Smith test, Dory test, slump test, Wickett test. So the correct answer is Dory test. Dory test is conducted to determine the hardness and abrasion resistance of a stone. Principle used to wear of stone specimen due to friction and abrasion. Apparatus uses Dory abrasion testing machine, abrasive powder, stone specimen. Procedure is prepare and weigh the stone specimen, fix it in Dory machine, allow the abrasive powder to act while the machine rotates. After the specified number of revolutions, remove and reweigh the specimen, calculate the loss in weight. Less weight is equal to harder and more durable stone, more weight equal to softer stone. Dory abrasion test. Quartz is formed from limestone, granite, sandstone, basalt. The correct answer is sandstone. Quartz is a metamorphic rock formed from sandstone. On heating and variation in pressure, metamorphic rock is formed. So sandstone on heating or under high pressure forms in quartz. Which stone is commonly used for flooring and decorative work? Basalt, granite, marble or laterite? So the correct answer is marble. Marble has attractive power, appearance and takes high polish. Marble is a metamorphic rock formed under the metamorphism of limestone under heat and pressure. Its properties are fine, crystalline structure, easily polished, durable and attractive, available in various colors due to impurities, and composition are CaCO3. This is used for flooring, monument, decorative work, building facades. Marble is a metamorphic rock. Main constituent is CaCO3 calcium carbonate. CaCO3 calcium carbonate. It's also used for various ornamental work. The specific gravity of a good building stone should be less than 1, 1.5, 2.4 to 2.8, more than 5. So the correct answer is 2.4 to 2.8. Most durable building stone have specific gravity between 2.4 and 2.8. Specific gravity is equal to ratio of weight density of a stone to the weight or density of an water. For most building stone, it's 2.4 to 2.8. Granite, it's 2.6 to 2.8. And for basalt, it's 2.7 to 3. Specific gravity indicate the density and strength of stone. Higher specific gravity is stronger and more durable stone. Higher, more durable. Lower, less durable. Which rock is formed by deposition of sediment? Granite, basalt, sandstone, marble rock. So the rock which is formed sandstone. Sandstone is a sedimentary rock formed by deposition and cementation of sand particles. Sedimentary rocks are formed by the deposition and compaction cemented sediments, sand, silt, clay, gravel, and organic matter. Formation process are weathering, erosion, transportation, deposition, compaction, and cementation. Form sedimentary rock. Characteristics are usually found in air, that is strata, may contain fossils, comparatively softer than igneous and metamorphic rock. Examples are sandstone, limestone, shale. Which stone is unsuitable for fire resistance structure? Granite, sandstone, limestone, quartz. So correct answer is granite. Granite cracks under high temperature due to presence of quartz. Fire resistance. It's the ability of a stone to withstand high temperature and fire without significant loss of strength, cracking or disintegration. Good fire resistance answer is sandstone or unsuitable granite. Granite may crack due to unequal thermal expansion of its constituent minerals. The presence of cavity in its stone indicates good quality, durability, defect, high strength. So the correct answer is defect. Cavity reduces strength and durability of stone. Cavity is an hollow space, hole or void present inside a stone. Cause trapped gas during rock formation, weathering and erosion, dissolution of mineral over time. And effects are reduced strength and durability, increased water absorption, may lead to cracking and deterioration, make the stone unsuitable for heavy load bearing work. Heavy load bearing work. It's make unsuitable. Which stone is mainly used in manufacture of cement? Granite, limestone, marble, slate. So correct answer is limestone. Limestone is the principal raw material for the cement production. Lime CaO is one of the main constituents of cement, provides strength and soundness to the cement. Its percentage is 60 to 65. Proper amount of lime increases strength, ensures soundness. If it is in excess, expansion and unsoundness form, cracking form, and if it is deficiency, reduce strength. Cement sets quickly and become weak. Cement sets quickly and become weak. Slate is commonly used for foundation, roofing, road metal, dams. So correct answer is slate roofing. Slate can be split into thin sheet and widely used for roofing. Slate is a metamorphic rock formed from shale, used for roofing, paving, flooring, wall cladding, laboratory tabletop, blackboard, damp-proof post, DPC, decorative and architectural work. Slate is a fine-grained metamorphic rock formed from shale. Most use its roofing. Slate, why it is used in roofing? Because it's split into sheets. From which rock forms? shale. Shale forms slate. The process of dressing a stone means heating the stone, polishing the stone, giving proper shape, testing the stone. So the correct answer is giving proper shape and size. Dressing is the operation of a stone before it used in construction. Dressing of a stone is the process of cutting, shaping and finishing a raw stone to required size, shape and finished set for construction work. Purpose is to obtain the desired shape and size, to improve appearance, to make suitable for machinery work, to provide a smooth and decorative surface. What are the common type of stone dressing? Hammer dressing, chisel dressing, rough told finish, fine told finish, polished finish. Which of the following stone is known as trap rock? Granite, basalt, marble, limestone. Basalt is commonly known as trap rock and is widely used in construction. Trap rock is hard, dense, fine-grained igneous rock, usually basaltic in composition. The term trap comes from Swedish word trappa, means stairs, because these rocks form step-like hills. Properties: dark gray to black color, high crushing strength, tough and durable, good resistance to wear and weathering. UR road metal pavement, railway blast, concrete aggregate, foundation and masonry work. Water absorption of a good building stone should be more than 20%, less than 5%, exactly 10%, more than 50%. So the correct answer is less than 5%. Low water absorption indicates higher durability and weather resistance. A good building stone should have low water absorption, should not exceed 5% of its dry weight after 24-hour immersion. Low water increase durability, reduce weathering, and prevent dampness and deterioration. Low water absorption increase durability, reduce weathering and frost damage, prevent dampness and deterioration. Which test determines the resistance of a stone to impact? Abrasion test, acid test, toughness test, crushing test. Toughness test measures the ability of a stone to withstand rock and impact. Resistance to crushing, compression test, resistance to wear, Dory abrasion test, resistance to impact test, resistance to water penetration, water absorption test, resistance to weather, weathering test, and resistance to fire, fire resistance test, and resistance to stone impact, toughness test. Laterite stone is mainly found in dry desert region, coastal and tropical region, snow-covered region, mountain peak only. So the correct answer is dry laterite stone found in coastal tropical region. Laterite found in hot and wet tropical climate. Laterite is a reddish brown porous building stone formed by the weathering of rock in hot and humid climate. It is rich in iron and aluminum oxide. Properties: reddish brown color, soft when freshly caught, harden on exposure to air. Lightweight and porous, easy to cut and dress. Uses: building blocks and machinery work, road construction, boundary wall, low cost housing in some regions. which is not metamorphic rock? Marble, slate, quartz, sandstone. The correct answer is sandstone. Sandstone is sedimentary rock where marble, slate and quartz are metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock are formed when existing rock, that is initial sedimentary, transformed by heat, pressure and chemical action without melting. Marble used for flooring, slate used for roofing, quartz used for road metal and aggregate, and gneiss building stone. Which of the following stone is best suited for heavy engineering work such as bridges and dams? Marble, granite, laterite or gypsum? So the correct answer is granite. Granite possesses high compressive strength and durability and weather resistance. For heavy engineering work, stone should have high crushing strength, hardness, toughness and durability. Commonly, granite and basalt trap rock are used for this. Its high compressive strength, excellent resistance to wear, and suitable for heavy load. Second, next question. The principal constituent of limestone is calcium carbonate, silica, alumina, iron oxide. So the correct answer is constituent of limestone is calcium carbonate. Mainly consists of CaCO3, that is, and it's mostly used for production of cement. And in cement it is the main component, that is 60 to 70% used. Which of the following stone can be easily quartz, quarrite and cut? Granite, quartzite, laterite or basalt? So the correct answer is laterite. Laterite is a soft rock when freshly quartz and hardened on exposure. It is a sedimentary residual stone formed by the intense weathering in hot and humid region. It contains iron and aluminum oxide. Properties are reddish brown color, porous and lightweight, soft when quartz, hardened on exposure to air, easy to cut and dress. Building blocks, masonry work, boundary walls, road construction. That is uses of this laterite rock. Color is reddish brown, easy to cut. Exposed to air, it becomes hard. Suitable for heavy engineering structure. It's not suitable because of porous and low strength. In which climate laterite commonly form? Hot and humid tropical climate. Hot and humid tropical climate. The process of extracting stone from natural rock bed is called dressing, quarrying, seasoning, welding. So the correct answer is quarrying. Quarrying is the process of obtaining stones from natural rock formation. Quarrying is extracting from natural rock bed. Method of quarrying are digging, firstly for stone, soft stone, heating, rarely used, wedging, using wedges to split rock, blasting, using explosive for hard rock. Step in quarrying involves removal of overburdens, that is topsoil, marking the stone block, cutting and separating the stone, lifting and transportation. Which of the following is a sedimentary rock? Granite, basalt, limestone, marble. So the correct answer is limestone. Limestone is formed by the sedimentation of organic and inorganic material. Sedimentary rocks are formed by the deposition of compaction and cementation of sediment over long period: weathering, erosion, transportation, deposition, compaction, cementation. Found in layered strata, main contains soil, generally softer than ignition metamorphic rock, sandstone, limestone, shale. Uses are sandstone, limestone, shale. Limestone building and paving, limestone cement manufacture, shale brick and cement industries. A good building stone should be porous, durable, soft, lightweight. A good building stone should be durable. Durability is essential property for a long life service. That is, if a stone is durable, its service life is extended and which make it good for building. Thus, a good building stone should be durable. Which stone is extensively used in railway blast? Marble, basalt, limestone, gypsum. Basalt has excellent power. Basalt has excellent hardness and toughness. It is a dark color, fine-grained, extrusive igneous rock formed by the rapid cooling of lava on Earth's surface. Its properties are dark gray to black, hard and tough, fine-grained texture, high crushing strength, durable, and weather resistance. Uses are road metal, railway blast, concrete aggregate, building stone, heavy engineering work. What type of rock is basalt? Extrusive igneous rock. Why is basalt fine-grained? Because of lava cools rapidly on Earth's surface. What is the color of basalt? Dark grey to black. Where it is formed in India? Deccan Tract. Earlier this question is discussed where it is formed in Deccan Tract. Which defect in stone is caused by the presence of clay lumps, sand hole, vents, shakes, motors? So the correct answer is sand holes. Sand holes are cavities caused by clay and loose material. It is a small cavity or depressions present on the surface or inside a stone, usually caused by loose sand particle, impurities or defect during formation. Reduce the strength of stone, increase water absorption, affect appearance and durability. Consider a defect in building stone. Why? What are sand holes in stone? Small cavities. Are sand holes desirable in building stone? No, they are considered defect. How do sand holes affect stone quality? They reduce strength and durability and increase water absorption. Increase water absorption. The resistance of a stone against weathering mainly depend upon color, texture, mineral composition, weight. So the correct answer is mineral composition. Mineral composition greatly influence durability. Mineral composition refers to the type and proportion of minerals present in a stone which determine its strength, durability, color, hardness and other properties. Mineral stone Common mineral stone are quartz SiO2 hardness and durability, feldspar strength and stability, mica gives flaky structure, excess mica is undesirable, calcite CaCO3 main constituent limestone and marble, iron oxide impart red, brown or yellow color. Importance affect strength and hardness, influence weathering resistance, determine suitability for construction. What is mineral composition? Types and amount of mineral present in stone. Which mineral give hardness? Quartz. Main constituent limestone CaCO3. If excess mica desirable in building stone, no. Reduce strength and durability. Which stone is generally unsuitable for polishing? Marble, granite, slate, limestone. So the correct answer is slate. Slate is mainly used for roofing, paving rather than polishing. Slate is generally not polished because it has fine-grained foliated layered structure. When polished, it does not develop the smooth glossy finish that a stone like marble can achieve. Because of its foliated structure and texture, slate not good for polish. Which stone takes a very good polish? Marble takes very good polish. Which stone is obtained from volcanic activity? Sandstone, limestone, basalt, marble. So the correct answer is basalt. Basalt is extrusive rock found from volcanic activity. Stone formed due to volcanic activities are called igneous rock. Example basalt, pumice, or obsidian. Magma inside the earth or lava on the surface cools and solidifies. Rapid cooling of lava produces volcanic extrusive rock. Next question, the term weathering means cutting stone, polishing stone, disintegration of rock due to atmospheric action, heating stone. So the correct answer for this is disintegration of rock due to atmospheric action. Weathering is natural breakdown of rock by environmental factor. Weathering is the disintegration and decomposition of rock and stone due to action of atmosphere, water, temperature changes and biological agent. Physical, mechanical weathering due to temperature change, frost action, wind, etc. Chemical weathering due to oxidation, carbonization, hydration and solution. Biological weathering caused by root of plants, bacteria and other organisms. Effect reduce strength and durability, cause crack and disintegration, increase water absorption. And what are the main type of weathering? Chemical, physical and biological. Caused by temperature, which weathering? Physical. Important in building stone, which weathering? Weathering physical, that is affected durability and service life of stone. Which of the following stone contain quartz as major mineral? Marble, quartzite, limestone, laterite. So the correct answer is quartzite. Quartzite composed mainly of quartz. As its name only shows the difference why it's composed. Quartzite is a metamorphic rock formed when the sandstone is subjected to heat and pressure. Very hard, strong, high durable, resistance to weathering and abrasion, high crushing strength, mainly composed of quartz, that is SiO2. Quartz SiO2. And what is uses? Used in road metal, railway blast, concrete aggregate, flooring and wall cladding, building stone. Which property of a stone is tested by the attrition test? Hardness, toughness, abrasion resistance, water absorption. So the correct answer is abrasion resistance. Attrition test is used to measure to determine resistance of aggregate to wear due to rubbing and friction. Purpose to assess the suitability of aggregate for road construction, to measure toughness against surface wear. Apparatus used are double attrition testing machine, steel ball, aggregate sample. Attrition test measure wear due to rubbing action. Result lower value, better aggregate quality, higher attrition value, poor resistance to wear. What does attrition test measure? Resistance of aggregate to wear by friction and rubbing. Which stone is commonly used in construction of retaining walls? Granite, basalt, sandstone, all of the above. So the correct answer is construction retaining wall use, all of the above. These stone possesses adequate strength for retaining structure, as it have adequate strength, so and strength and durable, so it can be used in the construction of retaining wall, as the retaining wall used should be have higher strength. Which of the following is not a desirable characteristic of building stone? High strength, durability, high porosity, toughness. So the correct answer is high porosity. Porous stone absorb water and deteriorate faster. High porosity means more voids or pores in stone. The stone absorb more water. Water absorption reduces strength and durability. During freezing and thawing, water absorbed can cause cracking. It increases weathering and deterioration. The hardest natural binding stone is marble, quartzite, limestone, laterite. The correct answer is quartzite. Quartzite has high hardness due to quartz content. Quartzite has high hardness. Metamorphic rock it is. Formed from sandstone under heat pressure. Color is white, grey, pink, reddish, yellow. Properties very hard and durable. High compressive strength. Resistance to weathering and abrasion. Low water absorption. Difficult to dress due to hardness. Used road metal, railway blast, building stone, flooring and paving, aggregate in concrete. It is a metamorphic rock formed from sandstone. Metamorphic rock formed from sandstone. Which stone is mainly used for manufacturing lime? Granite, limestone, slate, basalt. So the correct answer is limestone. Lime is produced by calcium limestone. Limestone sedimentary rock. Main composition is calcium carbonate. Its color is white, grey, yellow, bluish. Properties comparatively soft and easy to dress, good durability in dry condition, react with dilute acid releasing CO2, moderate strength, porous in some varieties. It used in manufacture of cement, lime production, building stone, road construction, flux in iron and steel industries. The splitting property of a slate is known as cleavage, toughness, porosity, elasticity. So the correct answer is cleavage. Cleavage allows slate to be split into thin sheets. Cleavage is a property of mineral or stone to split along definite planes of weakness, producing a smooth and flat surface. Slate has excellent cleavage and can be split into thin sheet. Mica also shows perfect cleavage. Engineering significance. Useful for dressing and shaping stone. Excess cleavage in building stone may reduce strength in certain direction. Which of the following stones has the highest resistance to acid? Limestone, marble, quartz, laterite. Correct answer is quartzite. Quartzite is highly resistant to
Chemical attack due to silica content. Quartzite is highly resistant to chemical attack due to silica. They do not have well-defined cleavage. Breaks into an irregular or conical fracture rather than splitting along planes. Which of the following rocks formed by the cooling of molten magma? Limestone, granite, sandstone, slate. So the correct answer is granite. Granite is an intrusive igneous rock formed by slow cooling of magma. Granite, it is a type of igneous rock, that is intrusive igneous rock. Main mineral are quartz, feldspar and mica. Its color is grey, pink, red, black or white. Properties: very hard and durable, high compressive strength, low porosity and water absorption, resistance to weathering, can be polished to good finish. Uses are building stone, flooring, wall cladding, bridges, dam, monuments and decorative work, road aggregate. Granite does not have a definite cleavage. It breaks by irregular fracture. Granite is which type of rock? Igneous rock. Main constituent of granite are quartz, feldspar and mica. Does granite show cleavage? No, granite has no distinct cleavage and breaks by fracture. The stone most suitable for ornamental work are marble, basalt, laterite, shale. So the correct answer is marble. Marble can be polished and has an attractive appearance. Marble can be polished and had an attractive appearance. It is a metamorphic rock formed from limestone. That is main composition of CaCO3. Its color is mostly obtained white, pink, green, black, grey, depend on impurities. Properties: can be polished, attractive appearance, moderate to high strength, easy to carve and dress, low porosity compared to limestone. Uses: flooring, wall cladding, monuments and statues, decorative work, building facades. Which stone is commonly used for flooring and wall cladding? Marble, laterite, basalt, shale. For the flooring and wall cladding, mostly stone used are marble. Marble is widely used for interior decoration. It has good cleavage because it's mainly composed of calcite, which cleaves easily. It had attractive appearance, moderate to high strength have, easy to crave and dress, low porosity compared to limestone it have, can be polished to smooth glossy finish. Type: metamorphic rock, formed limestone. Main composition: calcium carbonate. What the percentage of water absorption for a good building stone should not exceed 15%, 10%, 5%, 20%. So the correct answer is 5%. Low water absorption indicates durability and weather resistance. Good building stone should have water absorption less than 5% of its dry weight after 24 hours of immersion in water. For a good building stone, water absorption should not exceed 5% of its dry weight. Lower water absorption indicates better durability and weather resistance. Less water absorption, higher durability. Better resistance to weathering and frost action. Greater strength and longer service life and structure.
Which test is performed to determine the compressive strength of a stone? Crushing, abrasion, acid test, attrition test. So the correct answer is crushing test. Crushing test measures the load carrying capacity of a stone. Purpose is to determine the compressive strength of a stone. Prepare a stone specimen, usually a cube of about 50 mm. Place under its compression testing machine. Apply gradual load until the specimen fail. Load the maximum load failure. Note it down. Why is this test performed? To determine load carrying crushing strength. Machine used is CTM machine, that is compression testing machine. What is the compressive strength of good building stone? Generally more than 100 MPa. That is 100 Newton per mm square is preferred for structural work. Which of the following stone is more resistant to weathering? Quartzite, laterite, shale, limestone. More resistance to weathering. Correct answer quartzite. Quartzite has high hardness and excellent weather resistance. So it is more resistant to weathering. The layered structure seen in sedimentary rocks is called cleavage, stratification, foliation, jointing. So the correct answer is stratification. Stratification. Sedimentary rocks are generally deposited in layers. Stratification is property of sedimentary rocks to occur in layer or beds due to deposition of sediment over time. Stones should be laid in construction with their natural bed horizontal. Loading perpendicular to the bedding plane provides better strength and durability. Stratification is the arrangement of sedimentary rock in distinct layer or bed formed during sediment deposition. Which rocks commonly shows stratification? That is sandstone and limestone. Sandstone and limestone are rocks which mostly show this stratification. Which of the following stone is unsuitable for use in foundation? Granite, basalt, limestone, clay, quartzite. So the correct answer for this is limestone. Limestone containing clay. Clay reduces strength and durability. As clay's texture is smooth, so it has less durable and strength is less comparison to another. The process of giving a smooth finish to stone surface is called quarrying, dressing, polishing, seasoning. So the correct answer is polishing. Polishing improves appearance and durability. For marble, polishing is appear well, and for slate is appear unpolished structure, so less perfect. Which rock is transformed into slate after metamorphosis? Metamorphosis is a process in which heat and pressure is given to rock to change in texture. So the correct answer for this is slate, limestone, granite, sandstone. So the correct option is shale. Shale undergo metamorphosis to form slate. Slate undergoes metamorphosis to form slate. The specific gravity of most building stone ranges from 1 to 1.5, 1.5 to 2, 2.4 to 2.8, 4 to 5. So the correct option is 2.4 to 2.8. Most durable stones have a specific gravity within this range. That is range is 2.4 to 2.8.
Most durable stone specific gravity ranges 2.4 to 2.8. Which stone is most commonly used in monument and statues? Marble, basalt, laterite, shale. So the correct answer is for monument and statues, marble. Marble is easily carved and polished. Marble has good appearance. Marble is metamorphic rock, take excellent polish, durable and strong, easy to scrape, low water absorption, suitable for decorative work. Marble is used in flooring, wall cladding, staircase, statue, monument, decorative and architectural work. Which of the following is not a property of a good building stone? Durability, high strength, high porosity, toughness. So the correct answer is not a property of a good building stone is durability, high strength, high porosity, toughness. Correct option is high porosity. High porosity leads to water absorption and deterioration as the voids are present due to air trap, and this is not okay for proper giving of strength, so it is not a good building stone property. Granite mainly consists of quartz, feldspar, mica, calcite, dolomite, clay, silt, iron and oxide. Granite mainly consists of quartz, feldspar, mica. These are the principal mineral in granite. Granite is an igneous rock. Slow cooling of magma or surface form. Its color is grey, pink, red, black, white. Very hard and durable. High compressive strength, low water absorption. Resistance to weathering and abrasion. Takes good polish, no stratification, no cleavage. Building stone, flooring and wall cladding, bridges, dam, foundation, monuments and memorable road aggregates. Which stone is known as for its laminated structure? Laminated structure. Option are slate, marble, granite, basalt. So the correct option is slate. Slate exhibit a laminated structure split into thin sheet. Laminated structure is the arrangement on rock in thin layers, lamina, that can be easily separated from one another. The common example for this is slate and shale. Properties is split easily into thin sheet, useful for roofing and paving. Layers are thinner than those found in stratified rocks. Stratification and lamination, how this is different? Stratification is thin layers of bed and lamination is very thin. Stratification is very thick and lamination is very thin layers. The decomposition of rock due to chemical action is called mechanical weathering, physical weathering, chemical weathering or quarrying. So due to chemical action is called chemical weathering. Chemical weathering is the decomposition or alteration of rock due to chemical reaction with water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, acid, and other substance. Main type are oxidation, hydration, carbonation, solution, hydrolysis. Effect: weakens rock, changes mineral composition, reduces strength and durability, and leads to formation of soil. And also leads to formation of soil. Example: limestone due to carbonic acid dissolving, rusting of iron containing mineral. These are the examples of chemical weathering. Which stone is generally used in manufacturing of paving block? Granite, basalt, quartz, all of the above. So correct answer is all of the above. All possesses sufficient hardness and durability. So this all of rocks are generally used in manufacturing of paving block. Granite also are hard. Granite and basalt are hard in nature. Quartzite is also known for its hardness. Which of the following rock contain fossils? Granite, basalt, limestone, marble. So the correct option is limestone. Fossils are generally found in sedimentary rock. Granite, basalt are igneous rock, and marble is a metamorphic rock. Whereas option C, limestone, is only a sedimentary rock, and fossils are generally found in sedimentary rock. The resistance of a stone against impact is known as hardness, toughness, porosity, elasticity. So the correct option is the resistance of a stone against impact is known as toughness. Toughness indicates the ability to resist shock loads. That is, ability to resist shock load is called toughness. So the correct option for this is resistance of a stone against impact is known as toughness. Which stone is commonly called building stone of South India? Granite, marble, slate, shale. So the correct option is granite. Granite is abundantly available and extensively used in South India. That is mostly caricature of temples and building are seen this granite. So this is called building stone of South India, granite. Correct option is A. Option A, granite. Which of the following metamorphic rock is formed from limestone? Option: slate, marble, quartzite, gneiss. Metamorphic rock formed from limestone are marble. Limestone undergo metamorphosis to form marble.
If you are preparing for TNPSC Assistant Engineer Civil Exam, you can enroll in our course cover, ebook, question bank, mock test series, and test pass feature. Link of our course is provided in description.
Teak is a hardwood obtained from that is deciduous tree and widely used in construction due to its strength and durability. Teak is a hardwood obtained from the tree Tectona gradis. It is naturally rich in soils and silica, making it highly resistant to moisture, termites, fungal attack, and decay. What are the properties? Good golden brown to dark brown in color, high strength and excellent durability, naturally resistant to water and weathering, easy to season and has good dimensional stability. It has a long service life even in outdoor conditions. The uses of teak widely used for door window frame, premium furniture, flooring and paneling, railway coaches and shipbuilding, decorative carving and cabinets. What are the advantages? Excellent resistance to termite and insect.
Low maintenance requirement, does not wrap or crack easily, suitable for both outdoor and indoor application. What are the disadvantages? Expensive compared to many other, heavy in weight. Slow growing, so ability can be limited. So at last we can conclude what teak wood is considered one of the finest construction and furniture wood because of its strength, durability, natural resistance to moisture and pests. Although it is costly, its long lifespan often make it cost-effective choice over time. What type of wood is teak? Hardwood. Scientific name of teak is Tectona grandis. Resistance to termite because it contains natural oil and silica. Color of teak wood usually golden brown to dark brown. Two common uses furniture door and window frames. Main disadvantage of teak high cost. So moving towards next question. Seasoning of timber is done to increase moisture content, de- reduce moisture content, increase weight, change color. So the correct answer is reduce moisture content. Seasoning remove excess moisture, improving strength and durability while reducing shrinkage. Seasoning of timber is process of removing excess moisture from freshly cut wood to bring it to suitable moisture content before it is used in construction or furniture making. Freshly cut wood contain a large amount of water and used directly to it can shrink, wrap, crack or decay. Why is seasoning necessary? Seasoning is important because it increases the strength and durability of timber, prevent shrinkage, swelling and wrapping, improve resistance to fungal attack and insect, reduce the overall weight of wood making it easier to handle, enhance the quality of painting, polishing and preservative. What are the method of seasoning? Natural seasoning, artificial seasoning. In natural seasoning, timber is stacked in open air under a covered shed so that air circulates freshly around it. Moisture evaporates gradually over several months. Advantage low cost and simple method. Disadvantage takes a long time on moisture removal is less control. And second method is artificial seasoning. Artificial seasoning uses equipments to speed up drying. It have clean seasoning or chemical or electrical seasoning. In clean seasoning, timber is dried in a chamber with a controlled temperature and humidity. And in electrical seasoning, used in a special situation but are less common. So what key conclude? Seasoning is essential step before timber is used in engineering work. Properly seasoned wood is stronger, more durable, dimensionally stable, and has longer service life than unseasoned wood. What is seasoning of timber? Removing excess moisture from wood before it used. The defect caused by fungal attack in timber is not shake, dry rot, or wrap. So correct answer is dry rot. Dry rot occur due to fungal growth and weaken the timber structure. Dry rot. Dry rot typical is a type of a fungal decay that affects timber and significantly reduces its strength and durability. It usually occurs when wood remains damp for prolonged period, allowing fungi to grow and break down the wood fiber. Cause of dry rot is high moisture content in timber, poor ventilation, damp and humid environment, water leakage or persistence, moisture around wooden structure. Although it is dry rot, the fungus actually needs to moisture to begin growing. The name comes from dry, brittle appearance of damaged wood. What are the prevention? Keeping timber dry and well ventilated, repairing water leak, properly using seasoned timber, applying preservative, regular inspection should be done. The defect caused by fungal attack in timber is called dry rot. Which timber is commonly used in railway sleeper in India? Which timber is commonly used in railway sleeper in India? Answer is sal. Sal timber possesses high strength durability, making it suitable for sleeper in railway. Salwood is one of the most important hardwood used in India. It is obtained from the Caesura robusta and known for its strength, hardness, and durability. Because of these properties, it's widely used in heavy construction and structural application. What are the properties? Hardwood with coarse texture. The color ranges from light brown to dark brown, high density and excellent compressive strength, natural resistance to wear and can withstand heavy load. When properly seasoned, it becomes durable and has long service life. However, it is difficult to work with because of its hardness and weight. Uses are beam and column in building, door and window frame, railway sleeper, bridges, heavy structure, and agriculture implement. What are advantage? Very strong and durable, suitable for load bearing structure, resistance to abrasion, long lasting under proper condition, readily available in many parts. Disadvantage: heavy and difficult to cut, require proper seasoning, less attractive, can be affected by moisture if not properly protected. The process of preserving timber is mainly intended to increase moisture, up, increase appearance only, protect against insect and decay, reduce density. The process of preserving timber is mainly intended to protect against insect and decay. Prevention increase service life by protecting timber from biological deterioration. Preservation of timber is process of protecting wood from decay, fungi, termites, insects and weathering by using suitable treatment or chemical even though timber is strong natural material. It can deteriorate over time if it is not exposed to moisture and biological attack. Proper preservation increases service life and reliability. Why is timber preserved? Protect against termites, wood blowing insect, prevent fungal decay and rotting, increase durability and lifespan, reduce maintenance and replacement cost, improve performance in outdoor and damp conditions. Method of timber preservation: surface application, dipping or soaking, pressure treatment, charring. And what are the common preservative used? Cerosco oil, copper based preservative, borate compound, water based preservative formula used for structural wood. Timber preservation. What is timber? Protecting of timber from fungi, termites and decay. So it's mainly intended to protect against insect and decay. And it is necessary to increase durability, prevent damage and extend service life. And two common preservative are cerosco oil and borate based preservative. RCA stand for recycled concrete aggregate, recycled cement aggregate, reinforced cement aggregate, reinforced concrete. So the correct answer is recycled concrete aggregate. RCA is obtained from crushing demolished waste concrete structure. RCA, commonly known as recycled concrete aggregate, obtained from crushing and processing demolished concrete from old building, road, bridges and other structure. Instead of sending construction waste to landfill, the concrete is recycled and reused as aggregate in new construction project. The production of RCA involves collecting demolished concrete, removing contaminated
such as steel, wood, plastic, or asphalt, crushing the concrete into smaller pieces, screening and grading it into the required size for construction use. What are the properties? RCA generally has higher water absorption than NCA, natural aggregate. High, slightly lower density than strength of natural density is low. It is environmental friendly because it reduces waste and conserves natural resource. Proper quality is essential to ensure reliable performance. Application: road-based sub and pavement layer, pavement and footpath construction, backfilling and embankment, non-structural concrete, structural concrete in some projects when tested and designed properly. Advantages are reduce construction and demolish waste, conserve natural stone resources, can lower material cost, support sustainable and eco-friendly construction practices. Limitation: high water absorption may require mixed design adjustment. Quality can vary depending on source material. Additional testing is often needed before structural use. A major advantage of using RCA is increased environmental pollution, conserve natural resource, increased waste generation, higher transportation costs. So the correct answer is conservation of natural resource. RCA reduces the demand for natural aggregate and promotes sustainability. RCA is used as the replacement for NCA because NCA extraction can also harm the environment, and RCA can work as the sustainable replacement. RCA helps to conserve environment by decreasing the landfill problem and utilizing the construction and demolition waste for the other construction work. RCA is sustainable alternative to natural aggregate with proper processing and quality control. It helps reduce environment impact while providing a useful material for many civil engineering applications. Recycled aggregate are mainly obtained from quarry rocks, riverbeds, construction and demolition waste, marine deposit. The correct answer is construction and demolition waste. RCA is produced from demolished concrete and masonry material. Construction and demolition waste, commonly known also as C&D waste, refers to the waste material generated during the construction, renovation, repair or demolition of buildings, roads, bridges and other infrastructures. Proper management of this waste is important for environmental protection and sustainable development. Types of C&D waste: concrete and cement debris, brick masonry, wood and timber, steel and other metal, glass, asphalt, plastic, tiles and ceramic, soil excavation materials. What are the sources? C&D waste is new construction project, demolition of old structure, road and bridges repair, building renovation and remodeling, natural disasters debris. What is the importance of recycling? Instead of disposing of these materials in landfill, many can be recycled and reused. For example, crushed concrete can be used as recycled concrete aggregate (RCA). Metal can be melted and reused. Wood can be repurposed or processed into engineered product. Brick and tiles can be crushed for use in road base or filling work. Advantage of proper C&D waste management: reduce landfill burden, conserve natural resources, lower environmental pollution, saves energy and raw material, promotes sustainable construction practice. Which property of RCA is generally higher than a natural aggregate? Specific gravity, water absorption, density, crushing. So the correct answer is water absorption. RCA absorb contain adhered modal resulting in higher porosity and water absorption. Water absorption is the ability of materials such as brick, stone, aggregate or this RCA to absorb water through its pores. It is usually expressed as percentage of dry weight of material. This property helps engineers assess the quality, durability and porosity of construction material. Water absorption test is important because indicate the porosity of material. High water absorption can reduce strength and durability. It affects resistance to weathering and freeze-thaw damage in cold climate. It helps determine whether a material is suitable for construction. Water absorption formula are W2 minus W1 upon W1 into 100, where W1 is dry weight and W2 is wet weight after soaking. Application. Water absorption test is commonly performed on bricks, natural stone, coarse and fine aggregate, concrete product. This RCA contains adhered mortar, and which this adhered mortar attached has porous structure which absorb more water. Thus, the water absorption is more in comparison to the natural aggregate for this RCA recycled concrete aggregate. Use of recycled materials helps achieve sustainable construction, more pollution, resource depletion, landfill expansion. So the correct answer is sustainable construction. Recycling minimizes the waste and conserve natural resources. Sustainable construction is the practice of planning, designing, constructing, operating, and maintaining buildings in a way that minimizes environmental impact while conserving resources and improving the quality of life for present future generations. It focuses on balancing environmental protection, economic efficiency, and social well-being. Objective of this sustainable construction is reduce energy and water consumption, minimize construction waste pollution, use eco-friendly and recycled material, lower carbon emission, create healthy, safe and durable building. What are the key principles? Some important principles include efficient use of natural resource, use of renewable and recycled material such as fly ash, bricks, recycled concrete aggregate, energy efficient building, rainwater harvesting and water consumption. What we conclude, sustainable construction is essential approach for modern civil engineering by using resources responsibly and reducing environmental impact. It helps create buildings that are efficient, durable and environmentally friendly while supporting long-term development. Toughness glass is produced by cooling rapidly after heating toughened glass, grinding, painting or laminating only. So the correct answer is cooling rapidly after heating. Rapid cooling develops compressive stresses that increase strength. Toughened glass is type of a safety glass that is especially processed by heating it to high temperature and then cooling it rapidly. This process increases its strength, making it much stronger than ordinary annealed glass. Manufacturing is first heat around 620 to 650 degrees Celsius, then rapidly cooled using high pressure air. This creates compressive stresses on the surface and tensile stresses inside the glass, which significantly improve its mechanical strength and resistance to thermal shock, about 4 to 5 times stronger than ordinary glass for same thickness. Properties it has: withstand higher impact bending force, better resistance to sudden temperature, cannot be cut or drilled after the tempering process. What are the applications? Shower enclosure, balcony railing partition, vehicle side or rear window, skylight, commercial building, building facades and curtain walls, glass door and window. What we conclude: toughened glass is important safety material in civil engineering and architecture. Its superior strength, thermal resistance, and safer breakage behavior make it ideal for building, vehicle, and public spaces where safety is essential. Which glass is used for sound insulation? Sheet glass, laminated glass, wide glass, or crown glass? So the correct answer is laminated glass. Laminated glass consists of layers bonded with plastic interlayers, reducing noise transmission. Laminated glass is a type of safety glass made by bonding two or more layers of glass with a transparent plastic interlayer, usually polyvinyl butyl (PVC) or similar material. This interlayer holds the glass together even if it breaks, making it much safer than ordinary glass. Manufacturing process. During the manufacturing process, the glass sheet and plastic interlayers are placed together, subjected to heat and pressure spherical process. This creates a strong bond between the layer and form a single laminated unit. High safety because broken piece, excellent impact, reduce the risk of injury, provide good sound insulation, block UV rays, improve security. Building facades, skylight, glass roof, windshield of automobile, glass door and staircase, bank museum, balconies, application these are. So what we conclude is an advanced safety glass that combines strength, security and durability. Its ability to remain intact after breaking makes it an excellent choice for building, vehicles and locations where human safety is priority. White glass is mainly used for decoration, fire resistance, thermal insulation, waterproofing. So the correct answer is fire resistant. Wire mesh embedded in glass help retain fragments during fire exposure. Wire glass is a special type of glass in which a wire mesh is embedded inside the glass during manufacturing. The main purpose of wire glass is to hold the glass together if it cracks or breaks, to provide improved fire performance in certain applications. Manufacturing. During production, molten glass is passed through rollers while a steel wire mesh is inserted into the middle of glass sheet. As the glass cools, the wire mesh becomes permanently embedded within it. Contain a metal wire mesh inside the glass. Helps keep broken piece in glass after cracking. Offer better fire resistance than ordinary glass in some assembly by dealing the spread of flames and hot glass. What are the conclusion? Wire glass is designed primarily for application where fire resistance and containment are important. Although never safety glazing products are often preferred for impact resistance, white glass continues to be used in selected fire-rated installations. Wire glass is glass reinforced with an embedded wire mesh, mainly used in fire-rated applications. to help retain broken piece and improve fire performance. Glass blocks are mainly used for structural column, light transmission and partition, foundation work, road construction. The correct answer is light transmission and partition. Glass blocks allow natural light while maintaining privacy. Glass blocks are also called glass brick or hollow solid building unit made from glass. They are designed to allow natural light to pass through while maintaining privacy and providing an attractive. The main ingredient for of ordinary glass is gypsum, silica, limestone, clay. So the correct answer is silica. SiO2 is primary constituent form of glass. Ordinary glass is also known as annealed glass. Is the most commonly used type of glass in building household application. It is made up of melting silica, sand, soda ash and limestone at very high temperature and then cooling the molten material slowly to form a flat sheet. This glass is transparent, allowing natural light to pass through, which it makes interior brighter and reduce the need for artificial lighting. It has a smooth surface, easy to clean, and is available in different thickness and sizes. Ordinary glass has major limitation. It is brittle and breaks easily under impact and thermal stress. It forms sharp, pointed pieces which can cause serious injuries. Because of this, it is not considered a safety glass. Conclusion: ordinary glass is widely used because of its clarity, affordability, and versatility. However, in places where safety is a priority, such as doors, staircase, or high traffic areas, stronger alternatives like toughened or laminated glass are generally preferred. What is ordinary glass made of? Sand, silica, soda ash, and limestone. And what is main ingredient? Silica, SiO2. Is ordinary glass a safety glass? No, because it breaks into pieces. Biggest disadvantage of it: brittle and can cause injury when broken. Why it is widely used? Because of its transparent, economical, and easy to manufacture property. Which plastic can be remolded repeatedly? So the options are thermosetting plastic, thermoplastic, bakelite, epoxy resin. Correct answer is thermoplastic. Thermoplastic soften when heated can be reshaped multiple times. Thermoplastic is type of plastic that soften when heated and harden again when cooled. This process can be repeated many times without causing major changes to its chemical structure. Because of this property, thermoplastic can be reshaped and recycled more easily than many other plastics. Thermoplastics are manufactured from polymers resins and can be molded into different shapes using processes such as injection molding and extrusion. They are lightweight, resistant to moisture and many chemicals, and have good electrical insulating properties. Some examples of thermoplastics are PVC, PE, PP, polypropylene, acrylic, and nylon. In civil construction, thermoplastics are used for water supply pipe, drainage pipe, electrical conduits, insulation, storage tank, flooring material, and window frame. They are also used in packaging household material, product, and automobile component. How we conclude: thermoplastics are versatile engineering material because they are easily to manufacture, reuse, and resist to corrosion. Their combination of low weight and durability make them valuable in modern construction. and industrial application. PVC stands for polyvinyl chloride, polyvinyl carbonate, plastic vinyl chloride or polyvinyl chloride. So correct answer is A. PVC is extensively used in pipe, conduits and fitting. PVC is one of the most widely used thermoplastic material as we discussed in the world. It manufactured from vinyl chloride monomers through a polymerization process. PVC is lightweight, durable, and highly resistant to water, chemical, and corrosion, making it an excellent material for construction and engineering application. One of the biggest advantages of PVC is that it does not rust or decay like many materials. It also provides good electrical insulation and requires very little maintenance. Depending on additive used during manufacturing, PVC can be either rigid or flexible. PVC is commonly used for water supply, drainage, sewer line, electrical conduits, cable insulation, door window frame, flooring material. Its service life and long cost make it preferred choice in many infrastructure projects. PVC is versatile, cost-effective engineering material that has transformed modern construction. Its durability, corrosion resistance, and ease of installation make it one of the most used plastic in building infrastructure projects. Which of the following is a thermosetting plastic? PVC, polyethylene, bakelite, or arsenic? So the correct answer is bakelite. Bakelite hardened permanently when after molding and cannot be remelted. Thermosetting plastics are also called thermoset, are polymers that undergo a permanent chemical change when heated during manufacturing. Once they are molded and curved, they become hard and rigid and cannot be melted or reshaped again. If heated, they do not soften like thermoplastic. Instead, they may char or degrade. This behavior is due to formation of strong cross-linked molecular structure which give thermosetting plastic excellent strength, dimensional stability, and heat resistance. Some common examples include bakelite, melamine, epoxy resin, and polyester resin. These materials are widely used where durability and resistance to heat or chemicals are important. In civil construction, the thermoset plastics are used in electrical switches, sockets, adhesives, protective coating, laminates and insulation material, composite panel, and repair resin for concrete structure. Thermosetting plastics are ideal for application requiring strength, heat resistance, and long-term stability. Although they cannot be reshaped after curing, their durability makes them valuable in construction, electrical system, and industrial product. Plastic pipes are preferred because they are heavy, corrosion resistant, brittle, expensive to store. Plastic pipes are preferred because they are corrosion resistant. Plastic pipe resist chemical and corrosion attack. Plastic pipes are made from synthetic polymer material and are widely used in modern construction because they are lightweight, durable, and resistant to corrosion. Unlike metal pipes, they do not rust, making them suitable for carrying water and many other fluids over long periods.
Common type of plastic pipe include PVC, CPVC, HDPE, and PPR. Plastic pipes have become an essential part of modern infrastructure due to durability, corrosion resistance, and ease of installation. They provide an economical and reliable solution for plumbing, drainage, irrigation, and many other engineering applications. What are plastic pipe made of? PVC, CPVC, HDPE, and PPR. Why plastic pipe preferred over metal? Because lightweight, corrosion resistant, and require less maintenance. Name two common plastic pipe: water supply pipe uses and drainage. One major disadvantage of this plastic pipe: they are not having long life. What one limitation of this are: some type are not suitable for very high temperature. HDP is commonly used for structural steel work, water supply pipe, cement production, brick manufacturing. So the correct answer is water supply pipe. High density polyethylene HDP is durable and flexible. HDPE is a thermoplastic polymer known for its high strength, low weight, and excellent resistance to chemical and moisture. It is manufactured from polyethylene and with a dense molecular structure which gives it better durability and impact resistance than other plastics. One of these key features is it is flexible yet tough, and it does not rust, corrode or rot, making it suitable for underground and outdoor application. It can also withstand a wide range of weather conditions. HDP is widely used for water supply, pipe, sewer system, gas distribution network, irrigation system, drainage pipe, cable ducts, storage tank because of joints. HDP pipe often provide leak resistance condition. Hewlett concludes, reliable plastic material used in engineering today. Its strength, flexibility, and corrosion resistance make it ideal choice for water supply, drainage, irrigation, and utility infrastructure. What are the disadvantages? Can soften at high temperature. Require specialized equipment for heat fusion joining. May expand or contract with significant temperature change. Advantage is lightweight, easy to transport, high strength, resistance to corrosion, flexible and durable, suitable for underground piping and irrigation system. FRP stands for fiber reinforced polymer, flexible reinforced plastic, fiber reinforced plate, or flexible resin polymer. So the correct answer is fiber reinforced polymer. 5. FRP is a composite material made by combining high strength fibers such as glass carbon or aramide fiber with a polymer resin like epoxy or polyester. The fiber provides strength and stiffness while the resin binds the fiber together and protects them from environmental damage. One of the biggest advantages of FRP is its high strength weight ratio. In civil, FRP is used for beam, column, slab, repairing damaged structure, reinforcing building, bridges, seismic retrofitting, manufacturing lightweight structure, component reburst. It usually especially useful where the corrosion of steel reinforcement is concerned. FRP is advanced construction material that combine lightweight, high strength and corrosion resistance. It is increasingly used in modern infrastructure projects for structural strengthening and long-lasting repair.
Which fiber is commonly used in GFRP? Cotton fiber, glass fiber, wood fiber, or jute fiber? So the correct answer is glass fiber. Glass fiber reinforced polymers. GFRP is composite material made by combining glass fiber with a polymer resin such as epoxy polyester tensile ester. The glass fiber provides high tensile strength while the resin binds the fiber together and protects them from moisture and chemical attack. One of the most important features of GFRP is that it is lightweight, strong and corrosion resistant. Unlike steel, it does not rust, making it especially useful in environment exposed to water, salt or chemical. In civil engineering, GFRP used for concrete structure, bridges, deck, marine structure, strengthening beam column, facades panel, pipe, tank, cable tray. GFRP is modern engineering material that offer durability, corrosion resistance and ease of handling. Its unique property make it excellent choice for infrastructure project where long service life and reduced maintenance costs are important.
FRP and steel both important construction material, but they have different properties and application. Steel is traditional material known for its high strength, stiffness and ductility. It is widely used in building bridges, reinforcement of concrete. However, steel is susceptible to corrosion, especially in coastal area or chemical environment, and therefore requires protective coating or maintenance. FRP on the other hand is composite material made up of fiber and polymer resin. It is much lighter than steel, has high strength to weight ratio, offers excellent resistance to corrosion and chemical. This makes it the ideal for marine structure, bridges, rehabilitation and environment where rust is concerned. However, FRP is generally more expensive initially and has lower stiffness than steel. Unlike steel, many FRP products do not yield before failure, so their design requires special consideration. So the question is, one major advantage of FRP over steel is higher corrosion resistance, higher weight, lower durability, high rusting tendency. The correct answer is high corrosion resistance. As it discussed, steel is preferred for many conventional structure applications because of its stiffness and ductility, while FRP is preferred in corrosive environment where lightweight, durable reinforcement is needed. What is the full form of FRP? Fiber reinforced polymer. Which material is lighter, FRP of steel? FRP is much lighter. Which material has better corrosion? FRP has better corrosion resistance. Used in traditional reinforced concrete, steel. Next question is CFRP CFRP contains ceramic fiber, carbon fiber, concrete fiber, cellulose fiber. So the correct answer is carbon fiber. CFRP is high performance composite material made by combining carbon fiber with a polymer resin, usually epoxy. The carbon fiber provides exceptional strength and stiffness, while the resin binds the fiber together and protects them from environment damage. One of the key features of CFRP is its very high strength to weight ratio, much lighter than steel, but can provide excellent structural performance. It is also highly resistant to corrosion, fatigue, and many chemicals, making it suitable for demanding engineering applications. In civil engineering, CFRP is widely used for strengthening reinforced concrete beam, columns, slab, and bridges. It is often applied as sheet laminated bonded to existing structure to increase load carrying capacity. Conclusion: material used widely for structural strengthening and rehabilitation. Its combination of low weight, high strength, and corrosion resistance make it especially valuable in modern infrastructure projects where durability and performance are critical. Full form of CFRP: carbon fiber reinforced polymer. Main component: carbon fiber and polymer resin are main component of it. Used in civil for beam, column, slab and bridges it is used. Major limitation: higher initial cost compared with conventional material. FRP is widely used for structural strengthening and retrofitting, brick manufacturing, cement grinding, or sand replacement. So the correct answer is structural strengthening and retrofitting. FRP is modern composite material made up of combining strong fibers such as glass, carbon, or aramide with polymer resin like epoxy or polyester. The fiber provide high strength while the resin bind them together and protect them from moisture and environmental damage. One of the most important characteristics of FRP is it is high strength to weight ratio, much lighter than steel but can still carry significant load. FRP is also highly resistant to corrosion, chemical and weathering, making it deal with harsh environment where steel may rust. In civil engineering, FRP is widely used for strengthening, repairing beam, column, bridges, concrete structures. FRP is advanced construction material that combine durability, strength and corrosion resistance. It is increasingly used for in modern infrastructure because it improves structure performance while reducing maintenance and extending surface life. Full form of FRP is fiber reinforced polymer. Main components are glass, carbon, aramide or polymer resin. And two applications where it is used in beam, column and bridge rehabilitation. Which FRP type has the highest strength? GFRP, AFRP, CFRP or BFRP? So the correct answer is GFRP. CFRP. Carbon fiber reinforced polymer. CFRP made using carbon fiber offer very high resistance and stiffness with low weight, widely used for strengthening beam, column, bridges and seismic retrofitting. CFRP provide higher strength and stiffness among common FRP types. GFRP is more affordable. AFRP is valued for impact resistance and BFRP offers balance of durability, corrosion resistance and cost. The choice of FRP depends on project requirement, budget, environment condition. For application requiring maximum structural strength, CFRP is generally considered the higher strength FRP type, while GFRP, AFRP and BFRP each have advantages in specific situation. Full form of FRP is fiber reinforced polymer and full form of CFRP is carbon fiber reinforced polymer. GFRP is glass fiber reinforced polymer. AFRP is aramide fiber reinforced polymer. The mattress material in FRP is generally cement, resin
clay, lime. The correct answer is resin. In FRP, the mattress material is the continuous phase that surround and bind the reinforcing fiber together. While the fiber provides strength and stiffness, the mattress hold the fiber in place, transfer load between them and protect them from moisture, chemical, physical and damage. A mattress is usually made up of polymer resin such as epoxy, polyester or vinyl ester. The mattress material also gives the FRP its shape, help distribute stress uniformly. Without proper mattress, fiber would not work together and overall strength of material would be greatly reduced. Function of mattress is bind the fiber, transfer load, protect fiber, maintain shape and improve durability. The mattress is vital component of FRP because it allows the reinforcing fiber to act as single structural material by combining a strong mattress and high performance fiber. Mattress material in FRP is polymer resin. Three commonly used mattress material is epoxy, polyester resin or vinyl ester resin. Main function of this mattress is to bind the fiber, transfer the load and protect them from damage. FRP bars are mainly used because they corrode easily, are lightweight and corrosion resistance, have low strength, increased dead load. FRP bars are mainly used because they are lightweight and corrosion resistant. Because of their this property of lightweight and corrosion resistance made them used widely. And this is the main reason why fiber reinforced polymer are used. Which of the following is not a fiber used in FRP? Glass fiber, carbon fiber, armide fiber, gypsum fiber. Glass fiber, CFRP, carbon fiber, CFRP and glass fiber, GFRP and armide fiber, AFRP are all three are used in fiber. So the correct option is D, gypsum fiber. There is no gypsum fiber used in FRP. FRP strengthening is commonly applied to RCC beam, earthen, dam solely, brick kilns, timber raising only. So the correct answer is FRP strengthening is commonly used in RCC beam and column. RCC beam and column, this FRP is used. FRP is in bridge construction also used, wall facades also used and beam column strengthening it's mostly used. So the correct option is A. Subscribe our channel Engineering Education for TNPSC Assistant Engineers Civil Exam classes.